and not only is it blacklight, but it's also 3D. And I knew that this would be something that has never been done before. This is my Area 7 painting that I've just finished recently. I figured that I needed to shoot a little video on this painting because there's some things that I've done with this painting that I believe have never ever been done ever before in a painting. The one thing that sets this painting apart from any other painting that you'll find is because it's basically two paintings. You can't tell by looking at it right now, but this painting is also a blacklight painting, and not only is it blacklight, but it's also 3D, which it may be very hard to comprehend right now. I thought the same thing when I stumbled across this idea. This is what Area 7 looks like in a blacklight. You can't tell this painting is also 3D. And you had to see it in person to see it. But when you look at this painting, the spots on this painting that pop out the most would be this robot down here in the water, and this arm on this robot here, this arm here, just it pops out so much. Okay. Now you may be asking yourself, how did I even come up with this idea? One day I was in my studio here, I was working on some blacklight paints in my blacklight booth, and I was working on this big painting called Welcome Home, which is basically a futuristic city on a different planet with some long-legged turtles that I do. But in the background I used some blacklight paint just for the bright colors. I had it sitting off to the side ready for varnishing, and when I turned on the blacklight, when I was going to go work on my blacklight paintings, I realized that the background on the Welcome Home painting was just lit up and glowing, and you couldn't tell that it was actually blacklight paint. It was just basic colors, but when you put a blacklight on it, it just popped right out, and it looked like the sky was on fire. It was reflecting off of stuff on the ground. So at that time, that I seen that, and I was like, wow, this is something new, you know. It's basically two paintings in one. You can hang it up in a regular room, and it's just a basic painting, and then if you have a blacklight, you turn that on, and it's just completely different. So I took that idea, and then I told myself I need to do another one of these, but I need to just focus on making it look normal, but then really use the blacklight paints just to use it on the highlights and make it just pop out. So that when you put in the blacklight, it just looked like it was popping out at you. When I started markering the painting to clean up the edges, I realized that it looked like this arm right here was popping off of the painting, and I looked at it, and I looked at this painting as if you look at a magic eye. You just kind of look at it, but you don't focus completely on it. And then I realized all this stuff, all these robots look like they're popping off the canvas about 4 inches. Once I noticed that somehow the colors I was using, the way I was using them, after I put in a blacklight, that it made the painting 3D, it just brought chills to my body because I don't know how I did it. I just kind of stumbled across it, and I knew that this would be something that has never been done before. I've never seen anything like it ever before. So I finished the painting. I had to show all my friends, of course, and their reactions were just mind-blowing. It's just like, and I always get asked the questions like, how did you even think of this? And it's just like, I don't know, I just kind of stumbled across it, and here it is.